Yeah.
Jeez.
Welcome to the Basement Sports Network, Miami Dolphins post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy, Kai Chin Chisholm. Kai, how are you doing today?
Damn, bro, I was about to eat a Skittle. I'm doing good. I think I'm like the least most important person to talk to right now about this because I'm just vibing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like the
Yeah.
worst person to talk to about this shit.
So as you already see, people in here saying thank you, Justo. Justo became a temporary Dolphins fan today, bringing over the stench from the Chicago Bears, and now we are out of here. You tried, you failed miserably. But yeah, I think this is indicative of kind of like what people are talking about. So it's levels to this shit, dog. Even Ricky J. Martin say Bills have been here before. Dolphins are new to this space. We're fine. We move. Rams in 5. Shut up.
Holy shit! I'm agreeing with Ricky J. Mark. What the fuck?
Well, a lot of times people would agree with Ricky J. Mark if they just listen to what he said, as opposed to like leading with the fact that they hate him. Like most of the time, he's usually like spot on. But the Miami Dolphins lost 48-20 today to the Buffalo Bills in a game that was less than impressive. It's just just honestly, the Bills just kind of show why they are the class of this division and one of the teams to be reckoned with in the AFC at large. The Dolphins, I don't know. I think the first two drives, it looked like we're headed for a shootout, but the defense from the beginning of the game never looked like it stood a chance. Cater Cool, who got fried repeatedly.
Toasted, bro. Toasted.
He got fried repeatedly.
Stephon milk carton. You should have put his ass on a milk carton. Oh my god, the Commanders just tied the game.
Oh my god, bro. They are Justin going crazy back there on Cater. But Stephon Diggs in the game, 6 receptions, 120 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And it was just a massacre. Kai, what were your overall thoughts on the game? Not so much the implications, but just the game itself.
I mean, like, all right. So I said it in the halftime spaces. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm necessarily like, mad or happy. Like, I think that we could have played for sure a lot better. I think that we could have had a better. Just everything could have been better. What I will say that I think I want to see change and absolutely change as fast as possible. There's some teams, you know what? Let me even look up some teams, but I'll get into it in a second. But there's some teams that have some talent on defense, right? And the Dolphins have shown that they're notorious for not giving a fuck and just, giving out picks. I would like to see them go out there and try to trade with a team either in the AFC that's just dog shit, a la a Denver Broncos. Because really the AFC is kind of, there's a lot of, besides a few teams, it's a good run. Like the Denver Broncos, maybe go see if the Bears got anything, the Panthers with Brian Burns, like go try to make some movement for some defense. It's just, look, the biggest takeaway,
right,
huh?
Bradley Chubb's right.
Oh, I love Bradley Chubb. Brian Burns is a menace.
No, I'm just saying that, but they have traded draft capital to try and get help defensively.
Yeah. No, I agree. The biggest thing that I'll say, and it's because I know you've heard me say it like a billion times at this point, tackling. Like, that's what I walk away from this game with. It's not that, like, I think that the Bills played so much better than us. It's not that I think that we played horrible. It's tackling, man. Like, the Dolphins suffer from tackling, and you notice it because Deshaun Elliott was helping mask that. Man, I was sitting here talking about how big of a Deshaun Elliott guy I was, through the offseason. I kept comparing him to Issa Abdul-Quddus, and I was just talking very, very highly of him, and saying that he's a tackle machine, that him and Javon would do wonders. He's out today. Can't tackle. Nobody can tackle. Cam Smith, I'm talking about now. I'm going to go on a rant. Cam Smith, listen, bro, Cuzzo can't get on the field. He's playing special team unit there with DeMar. Like it's just the tackling was the biggest issue. The offensive struggles, you had 3 fumbles. I think two was pressure, but even with the pressure, I think they still kind of managed it well. You put up 20 points in Buffalo, could have put up the 21. The 2-point conversion call was dumb. And if not for a few other things, you probably could have put up a few more yards. Like, I'm not Puka Nacua game winner. I'm not like so worried. Like, now, if next week against the Giants we lay a dud, you might hear me calling for some heads, but I'm not too concerned right now. Like, I'm just not.
So I think concerned is just kind of like the
Just
wrong
because you know how
perspective.
people are like losing their
Damn,
fucking
you weren't gonna let
minds.
me finish my thought. Like, I think
No,
concern. No, it's not like losing their mind. It's just kind of like I think concern is like the wrong way to look at this, though. Like, you weren't concerned about whether or not you weren't concerned about whether or not you were going to lose to them. You were concerned about how you stacked up against the Buffalo Bills. Because honestly, I've been calling it a litmus test the entire week, and it was. It was a litmus test to see just how much growth this Miami Dolphins team has had and how close they are to being what they thought they were, which is a member of the class of the AFC. And today it did not look like they were a member of that class at all. They looked like a full tier, not just like a little bit. They looked a full tier below the Buffalo Bills, which in essence means that they are a full tier below the Kansas City Chiefs, and that they may not be ready this year to compete.
that's a great,
Behind,
that's a great comment.
Liam Eichenberg might be the worst offensive lineman we've ever drafted. That's that's putting him in rarefied
That's a
air,
stretch,
bro.
bro. There's who's
You
that guy
got
that started Bullygate? God, dude, what's his fucking name?
uh Richie Incognito,
No, the one that he was
the guy he
bullying.
was bullying. I can't remember the name, bro. But it's right there on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he said the Eagles and Commanders of time. Also,
Yeah,
you're. But yeah, like I think what for me, like this game symbolizes is that the Miami Dolphins are still a tier below where they are trying to get to. And we thought that through the course of these first couple of weeks that they may have entered the class or entered the conversation. They're being called the best team in
Jonathan
the league.
Martin.
Yeah, they were being called the best team in the league. They were being called the best offense in the league, and today they look like neither. Like it's not concern or worry, and I don't want to overreact like, oh, the whole season's over. But I think this should in some ways readjust the perspective of what this team is and what they can do like this season. Agree? Disagree?
I think that this team is going to win a playoff game. So like I think that's a for sure. I think that's not even a question in my mind when it comes to this Dolphins team. I think whether it's the wild card or whether it's divisional, I think that they're going to win a playoff game. I don't think that they get a bye, so like I don't think that they're going to be the first seed and they win the divisional matchup. But I'm just saying, like I think they're going to go and they're going to win a playoff game. I think that's a absolute check mark, not even a question for me. Um, Now when it comes to are they like Super Bowl contenders, I still think that they are. Listen, man, you've had Super Bowl contenders who start hot, start very very soft, and or very very slow, and even have duds like this, like absolute duds, and still go on there and win a Super Bowl. I mean, every team needs a reality check, and from a non trying to be Homer, excuse me, point of view. Sorry, Sam Howell just threw a beautiful ball, but to not try to be a
I'm
Homer.
avoiding watching Red Zone so that I can do the show properly. Catch it, chill.
To avoid being a homer.
I'm lying
um
too. I have the shit up right next to me.
he got 2 feet down. Oh, he stepped on his arm. Ow. Oh, I could feel that with his cleats with studs. Ooh. um Ow, dude, that fucking hurt. That got me out of rhythm. The fuck was I talking
Yeah.
about? Oh,
No, it's okay.
that fucked me
You're
up.
saying that like you still believe that the team can win a Super Bowl or
Oh,
could be
yeah, yeah,
Super Bowl
yeah, yeah.
contenders
I,
even.
I
Yeah.
still think that they're Super Bowl contenders. I think that it just comes down to, you know, having to make those adjustments. Oh, I remember. I'm glad that they got humbled. They needed to get humbled. Not because they were 3-0. I don't care about that shit. I think that they needed to get humbled because they put up 70 points last week and absolutely just blew the fucking doors off the Denver Broncos.
But Kai,
And
just like real quick though, bro. Being humbled is one thing, but you can't be
what is
humbled
this
by a team
audio
that you're.
playing in the background?
I don't know. It's not mad, but like,
Oh,
it's
it's not me
being
either.
humbled is one thing. I think that you can be humbled by a team that you weren't expecting to beat. Like, but like I just think, or that you were expecting to beat a team like the Bills. You can't be humbled by the Bills. I think this just kind of helps you realize that we are still the same old. We're still in the same position where we're chasing the Bills. That's not humbling. That is something that you were trying to change, or a mindset that you were trying to change, and now you just kind of like cemented that that's what you are. But before you go, I want to thank Dan the Film Gym with the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, "I know this is a team loss, but my God, Vic Vecchio is on fraud alert. I'm not getting rid of him yet, but he's got to work off of this. Look, that is something that needs to be discussed. The defense has not looked like any better than it.
I wouldn't say fraud alert.
He's a fraud.
No, I disagree. I would say
good
with what he's had to deal with.
What is what he had to deal with? Like, I'm not giving. What has he had to deal with, bro?
Royal, I cannot. Let me. Okay, so even I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because I just said, I think that this team still.
I want you to just answer my question. What did he have to do with?
Well, this is what I'm about to say. Because with me, everything has a asterisk mark.
A story, and I'm just trying to figure out why.
Yeah, journalism student, Kai's Corner. I think that, like, in terms of what he has to deal with, he doesn't have shit for fuck that can tackle until you have fucking people who can tackle. I cannot judge this. This looks better than Josh Boyer and what Josh Boyer was doing.
You can't stop the run with this either. You can't stop the run with this either.
Josh Boyer was giving up situations where, like, Josh Allen was giving. Don't add yourself with me, Ant. You don't come on these shows. Josh Boyer was trying.
Ant was the only one who showed up for pregame. Give my boy some credit.
Josh Boyer was the person in the defensive coordinator that would have Josh Allen pulled at the start of the third instead of in the middle or end of the third. I'm not gonna.
Who gives a fuck about that type of shit, bro? This defense looked terrible today, Kai. Like, that's the point. The point is,
it's one game.
Yeah, but it's been the whole season. Like,
the whole season, the defense has been has made the stop when they needed to. Despite when you take away a special teams error, they allowed 13 points last week defensively.
Bro, this is just the Broncos. The Broncos are terrible. This
Still,
is what I'm talking about. This defense.
You've seen terrible teams. The Jags.
This defense was built to have taken a step forward under Vic Fangio. It does not look like that. It looks the same as it did under Josh Boyer with a different scheme. I don't think that it's any better, and I don't blame this entirely on tackling. Talent is another thing. Cater Cole is not talented. Brandon Jones not talented.
Cam Smith is not talented.
Sure, like Brandon Jones not talented, albeit because he cannot tackle, but he also can't cover. So, like, that. This is what I'm saying. Like, Vic Fangio is supposed to come in here and make people like Bradley Chubb better. I didn't hear Bradley Chubb. I didn't see Bradley Chubb do it.
But he has.
I didn't see Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb didn't do shit today.
Okay, but he has still.
He has not.
Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa are two of the best pass rushers in the NFL.
I'm not. They don't. Neither one of them bitches play for the Dolphins.
That's fine. They didn't do it.
Okay, but the Dolphins.
Joey Bosa didn't do shit when he played against the Dolphins.
Dolphins right now that has nothing to do with Vic Fangio. Like, the Dolphins right now.
I'm just saying. You're saying for one player to have a bad game.
I'm not saying for him to have a bad game. I'm just saying that Big Chubb, outside of that one game, Bradley Chubb has not had this like world beater season. Like, there's no pass rush going on. Josh Allen looked completely comfortable all day long throwing the ball. Like, he had a few times where he had to move his feet a little bit, but like there's no pressure. The coverage ain't coveraging. Like, this. What are you seeing from Vic Fangio that has you believing that this defense is in any way better than the defense that you had to deal with last year?
I still stick by my original comment that I cannot judge until there's tacklers on this team.
Well, then you're gonna be judging forever. You judged last year's defense and it had the same personnel.
Yeah, but Josh Boyer was on actual
Yeah,
fraud.
okay, so it was Josh Boyer's fault last year with the same people, but now it's not Vic Fangio
This is
fault
one
with
game.
the exact same people. It's not one game,
I'm not
Kai.
gonna
The
fall in.
defense has not been good. The defense has not been good. Either way, that gives me a
Listen, bro,
chance to just
gotta put on my
monologue.
shades because I'm blocking out the fucking haters. I'm not
I'm not a
participating
hater. I
in
am not a hater.
I'm
I am
not
not a hater. I am
participating in
talking
this
about the
Royal
truth.
A. Shepherd slander.
I'm not slandering. I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. The reality is that this defense is not dramatically better under Vic Fangio than it was under Josh Boyer. And that, I believe, was on full display today. The Buffalo Bills were able to do what they wanted. And this is not a one-game thing. Like the other teams, we were just so enamored by the offense that the defense was overlooked. We did not. The defense looked great versus the Pats and the Broncos. The Pats have McCorkle Jones at quarterback, and the Broncos have the corpse of Russell Wilson at quarterback. So the Chargers and the Bills, you can't shit. On one hand, you can't shit on the Chargers offense and Justin Herbert for being a check down merchant, and then all of a sudden excuse what he did. Like he still played a good game against this defense.
I'm not gonna sit here. That comment is a great comment because I'm not gonna sit here.
Of course,
when you face like two of the top 3 defenses in the NFL in your first 4 weeks and you walk away 3-1, chill.
I'm not, bro. Listen, bro. I'm not sitting up here bitching and moaning about the fact that the Dolphins lost the game. Only thing that I'm telling you is that this was a game that I chose to use as a litmus test because you classified yourself, maybe not you specifically, Kai, but the Dolphins thought of themselves to be in the same class as the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs of the world. They thought they were a true contender in the AFC with a legit chance at the AFC Championship game. All I'm saying is that today, that Dolphins team that went out there did not look like that. They look like a similar Dolphins team to last year where you can beat up on some of the fodder that's in the league.
You want to know what my litmus test is?
The Kansas City Chiefs?
No, the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. That's my litmus test.
How?
You want to talk about stopping the run? You want to talk about stopping the pass? The team that's dominant in both of those things. That's my litmus test. Going up against one of the top teams in the NFC. Then the next.
So what do you call the Bills?
One of the top teams. They're one of the top teams.
Right.
But as I said earlier, I was not expecting this game to be anything but a loss in the first place.
But it's not just a loss, guy. You got your ass kicked, bro. You did not have a chance in this game.
I did not consider this game anything but the Dolphins walking away from it with people feeling the same way you're feeling now, which is that they are buns and they suck. That's what I walked away.
That one time, you're not going to twist my words. I don't give a fuck.
Feeling.
No, I don't care. You're not going to twist my words into saying that I said the Dolphins are buns. I did not say that. I think the Dolphins are a tier below the class of the AFC. That does not mean that they are buns. That does not mean that this team sucks. That means that today was an opportunity for the Miami Dolphins with their play. Even if they lost, they could have shown that they could play with the Buffalo Bills. Today, it did not look like they could play with the Buffalo Bills. It looked like the Buffalo Bills could still, at any given time, do whatever they wanted to the Miami Dolphins, and you may expect them to win a playoff game, but if they match up with this same team, now it's looking like they're just going to fold and lose again, bro.
I'm seated.
Yeah. You what?
I'm seated. I won't get up in arms. I have my games on the schedule in my brain that will make me raise an eyebrow like The Rock.
And the Bills was never won?
Not this game, no. Since the schedule came out and I saw these first 4 games, I said the Miami Dolphins are gonna walk away from the first 4 3-1, losing to the Buffalo Bills. I have been expecting since the schedule release date that this was going to be a loss.
I heard you. I was there, and I've been here the whole time listening to you say that.
I know.
I'm not talking about the result, bro. I am talking about the way you looked in this game. That did not even remotely move you at all.
I have my concerns. I have my concerns about the defense. I have my
But you
concerns about
talking
the
about
tackling.
tackling, bro. That's not the only thing that's wrong with this team, bro. You couldn't
That's
cover
fine.
Stephon
That's not
Diggs
the
at
only thing that's
all.
wrong.
He
Okay,
did whatever
and
he wanted to do.
one of the coverage plays that he got a catch on, if we could have tackled, he wouldn't have scored that touchdown. I mean, it's
Okay,
like
sure,
two
but you
plus two
okay?
equals
Well,
five.
and right, well, and then if you want to do a mathematics, if he didn't score that touchdown, the ass would only lost by 21 instead of 28.
The Eagles beat the Commanders. This is fucking bullshit, bro.
Oh my god, bro,
Tired of
you're going
this.
to piss me off. Like, bro, like for real, dog. Like this shit here, dog. The only thing they're saying, like this to me is what it must be like to be on the other side of Dolphins fandom, because it feels like there's an arrogance about your approach to this that I don't think that you should have being a Dolphins fan.
I
I
have
think
no
you should be
arrogance.
trying.
I'm just not
I'm
concerned.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like this
That's
should
not
be what
arrogant.
it's
That's just I'm not
and
concerned.
it is because this is the first one where it's like maybe we're not what we thought we were. If the Dolphins took your approach where it's like I'm not concerned about this just one loss or whatever.
Why
Like
would
it's
they?
cool.
They're gonna take the approach that they want to win every single game and go undefeated. They're the
That's
ones
what I'm
playing the games.
saying.
I'm sitting on the
That's what I'm
sidelines.
saying. But it also matters how you play in games against competitors, bro. If you blow out sorry ass teams and then get your ass blown out by any team that's worth their salt, then you are fucking mid. And if you don't want to be qualified as mid, which the Dolphins do not want to be, and the fans don't seem to think that they are, then they have to be more competitive in games like this, Kai. You got to look something like you look against other people. This look like a completely different team out there.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
Sure.
So why are you sitting up here with shades? Why are you sitting up here with Barbieheimer shades on?
Because I'm not concerned. That's like
That's
this
what
is.
I'm saying.
It's sure it's concerning, but that's not gonna reflect on me. Like I'm not. You. It is not a situation where I'm sitting here thinking to myself, "Damn, bro, I got baited again." Like this doesn't feel like I know you're not that well versed yet, but you're getting there in terms of
I don't know
Dolphins
why y'all keep saying that to me.
embarrassment.
I haven't been emotionally attached to the Dolphins for very long. I have been through this process a million times because I live in a family full of Dolphins fans.
Okay.
So I have seen
So
this
is not
repeatedly.
like when we were 3-0 going into Monday Night Football against the New Orleans Saints in like 2016 or some shit like that. Probably wasn't 2016. It's probably a year before that or a few years before that. That I was going into this thinking this is not a real team. This 3-0 is not a real 3-0. This is a fake 3-0. We're going to go into Monday Night Football in New Orleans and we're going to fucking lose and it's going to suck and it's going to be the same old shit and it's going to be the same old Dolphins. Like it's or
What
like
did you go
last
into
year.
this game thinking?
I went into this game thinking that we were going to lose. I went into this game absolutely 100% convinced the Miami Dolphins are going into Buffalo and losing. That there was no.
But you didn't expect them to play any better than this.
I expected it to be 24-20, but I thought we were going to lose. I thought that look, if you want me to be
24-20 is fine. If it was 24-20, we wouldn't be having this show.
If you want me
it's
to be
48 to fucking 20.
Okay, if you want me to be overreactionary about it, like you look at the wild card game and they played so much better than they did today. Like they did. They almost beat the Bills at home in a wild card game. Like that was like, wow, we're riding a high. Didn't expect that. That was great. But I wasn't expecting if you told me this morning, if you said, hey Kai, the Dolphins are gonna go into Buffalo, the first quarter is gonna look great. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be, at least a competition. And then Josh Allen's going to get pulled in like the middle of the third. I would have told you, cool, that makes sense. Like that makes sense to me. Not that I wanted to. Like I'm not going to sit here and say like I'm happy, or I'm going to sit here and say that like this is like the greatest thing in the world. Like I said, one, do I think that this was a humbling experience? Yes. Did they need to get humbled by this much? No. But was it a humbling experience for them? Yeah. They were right. I like just from watching from the outside looking in, the high that was on the Miami Dolphins was an extreme compared to what the product was on the field. And I'm again saying the 70-20, like that was fantastic. That was amazing. We were riding a high for an entire week. But that's not what the situation was and product was on the field. The product on the field was you were in a close game against New England. You were in a close game against the Chargers. Both times your defense stepped up on the final plays of the game to win you those games. And then you went out there and you had an NFL record setting, hadn't seen since the 1960s day against probably the worst team in the NFL. And somehow that worst team in the NFL has a win this week. So yeah, like I think this is good for a humbling experience, but do I want to go out there and lose? No. Do I want there
I'm not saying that you want to lose.
No, but I'm not like
like,
I cannot fold and go into this like mindset that I'm gonna sit here thinking to myself, oh, like I'm like this is fucking DEFCON 1 or 5 or whatever is the biggest
I
DEFCON.
am not saying it's fucking DEFCON anything. Only thing is my voice is loud. I am animated when I speak. So people may misinterpret what
You're
the
always
fuck I'm
animated
saying.
when you speak.
So, exactly. So let me sit here and be monotone like you. I do not think that this is an indication of how the rest of the Dolphins season will go. I do not think that the Dolphins are now a shit team. I have no problem with how Tua Tagovailoa played. I would have loved to see the Dolphins be more competitive against the Buffalo Bills in this game because I believe the Miami Dolphins are better equipped to compete in the AFC this year than they have been in years past. That is what the fuck I'm saying!
I think that the Miami Dolphins are going to win a playoff game and they're Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see them play.
I guess that's where we differ. Today made me feel like the Dolphins are not Super Bowl contenders. I thought before today the Dolphins had a chance to enter the conversation with Super Bowl contenders. After today, leaving this game, I don't feel like they should be in that conversation anymore. I think they are a tier 2 team as opposed to a tier 1 team.
I think that they're a tier 1 team.
I don't. I think the tier 1 teams are Buffalo. I think that in Buffalo is clearly 28 points better than the Miami Dolphins. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are a tier 1 team. The Eagles are kind of a tier 1 team. Not really sure about that, but they're like tier 1.5. They're half a tier above the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are comfortably 1 tier behind Kansas City and Buffalo, like in the AFC. And that to me feels like sort of a failure because honestly, like there's a lot of implications on this season, Kai.
Yeah,
like it is, and so
yeah.
If you go if you finish this season similarly to how you feel last year, then you leave the season with more questions than answers. And I think like this could be the start of a trend to like finishing a season like that. Like the Dolphins could very well like rebound from this. This could be like it could be like you call it a wake-up call. And then for the rest of the season, they are here dominating and playing up to their potential. But I did not see the effectiveness on offense, nor did I see the effectiveness on defense that we have seen throughout the course of the first 3 weeks. And that to me was troublesome considering this was the most important game of the first 4.
Oh shit, fuck me.
Sure, yeah.
Fuck me.
Jeez, bro, Valorant's not that serious.
Wow, bro. Like I'm just saying, the language. This is a family show.
Those are for real, bro. What the fuck is going on back there?
We have no idea.
Bullshit.
So I will ask you this because look. Normally by now we would have been talking about Tua's impact on this game, but the reason that we haven't is because I don't feel like Tua was a problem. I don't. I think he played fine.
No, not at all.
I think he played fine. He wasn't
Listen,
great,
bro. The problem was the defense. Like the problem was the defense. There's just a spade is a spade.
Yeah, they couldn't stop anything.
Oh, here's a good litmus test. Sorry, but just to bump in. Here's a good litmus test for this. 2021, Los Angeles Rams won the Super Bowl, right? They, in week 4, that's kind of funny. That's actually a nice funny. Blown out by the Arizona Cardinals. Went on to win the Super Bowl.
So
they also got blown out by the San Francisco 49ers that year.
The Cardinals
led by Jimmy Garoppolo.
The Cardinals hadn't owned them for 4 years previously, and then they weren't on the trajectory to like be like a super. They were. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like everything matters. Context matters when it comes to what the conversation that we're having, which is the Dolphins this year. It matters. The Dolphins this year are supposed to be the team that enters the conversation with the elites. They had a chance to go up 2 games on there, and they laid an egg. this was a game like I feel like was a prime time big lights moment for the Miami Dolphins, and they folded, bro. The defense folded. Offense played okay. Like I
There's
don't.
no way this stupid motherfucker named Marcus Hunter is out here saying that Tua folded. God, bro, you're
Tua,
fucking
no,
dumb
that's
blind.
not what he said. He said Tua's record in big games is horrible. Always
Yeah,
been a
but that's pretty
concern.
much saying that he folded.
That's
Dude,
not what
I'm
he
so
said.
tired. You know what? On another standing, our fan base. Shout out to your wife because she's the smartest person in this household. But like
You will get no credit.
one of like my biggest like things that bothers me about the Dolphins community. There's so many fucking dumbasses that are fans of the Dolphins. Like Marcus, you're fucking stupid. I don't even care.
No, Marcus is not
Like
fucking stupid, bro.
Marcus is fucking stupid. By the way, the Buccaneers lost 38-3 to the Saints in the year they won the Super Bowl. Statistics don't care about your feelings.
Well, I was saying the statistics also are not making the point that they're not doing
I'm
what
just
you
saying,
think they're doing.
like in
Like
terms
people
of
lose
embarrassing
games.
people.
I know they lose games. I don't know my Dolphins, bro.
Anyways, finish my point. I'm tired of fucking people
This is
and
not
Dolphins
about
fans.
embarrassing
They're all
enough.
dumb. Bothers me.
Why are you? Why are they dumb?
Damn, bro. The Chiefs never got humbled in 2019. Jesus, bro. What's the Valorant? My word, bro.
This is going off the rails.
She's probably losing too. Let's see.
Can you clear it up so we can see how much she's losing by?
Oh no, they won. Just kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, so how many kills does she have? 0.
Probably fucking 0.
Yeah, we're praying on Juliana's downfall back there, guys. That's what we do on Valorant.
All right, like on a serious note, dude, I don't know, man. I'm just not concerned. Like I wish I was, but I'm not. Come back to me with these next 2 games.
I don't think concern is appropriate though. Dan DeFilge with the $5 dono. He said Eichenberg is Cody Zeller with an IQ of Venus.
I like that.
Look, I do want to make sure, like, you have to give credence to the fact that the Buffalo Bills was able to get some pressure on Tua today. Part of that being because Liam Eichenberg, it felt like Liam Eichenberg was like giving away the snap count.
He wasn't horrible though.
He wasn't terrible though. Like
which is surprising.
The offensive line wasn't terrible.
You know who was bad?
Oh,
while he was on the field?
Oh, Raheem Mostert?
Oh, not just him. Teron. I'm just saying.
That's a conversation that needs to be had, bro.
He was bad.
There's something
he was giving up more pressures than the right side in Austin Jackson.
Yeah, but you gotta do something. Like the Dolphins have to figure out what to do with him, bro.
What's the problem, bro? I'm on stream. Why are you looking at me weird, bro?
He doesn't like he's not going to be on the field, bro. So it doesn't seem like it's like I don't know, bro. Like I don't want to say you get rid of him. That's your best offensive lineman, best tackle that you've had in a very long time. But he's not available.
He's not available. He didn't play good today. That's like
he didn't play good today, but like he was dominant last week, bro.
I would say the Panthers and Giants are not a great test. It's just if you lose to them, that's a problem. You know what? Maybe that 0.1 to Marcus. Maybe that is a great test. Marcus, you're at 0 now. You're at -1, but now you're at 0. In all seriousness, Marcus, I hope you know I was kidding. I do hate dumb Dolphins fans, though.
No,
they bother me.
Do.
Wait. I had a good thought.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Trade Christian Wilkins. I'm not even trying to be reactionary.
Yeah.
You're not going to sign him to a new deal. He doesn't want, theoretically in my world, doesn't want to be signed to a new deal, at least not at the money that he thinks he deserves. Trade him. There's a team that'll probably trade you something for him.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Would they though? Let's look at the Rams roster. Let me get
I don't know. You're not getting that. I only got one person that I need off of that. I only got one person off of that roster that I need over here.
Oh, but they're not trading you Aaron Donald for Christian Wilkins.
But you can get him. You can get Aaron Donald.
Can you? They won today.
You can get Aaron Donald. I believe.
Man, there's no one else that I really kind of that I fancy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
What a
fancy
fall
Aaron
for
Donald.
John Johnson. Jesus. Ernest Jones, no. Byron Young, no. There's nothing there that kind of tickles my fancy.
Aaron Donald.
It's just, will they trade him?
Yeah, I just feel I'm with you on the trade Christian Wilkins thing. You're not going to pay him. He doesn't have the impact of the player. Like
he was on one of those runs.
Like,
he was the biggest on. I think it was that touchdown run, the multiple of them, but the touchdown run where Romo was trying to say, "Oh, guys, this is gonna be the newest play, the quarterback push instead of the tush push." That's what he sounds like.
You could stop with the Romo slander.
That's
Romo
what he
is
sounds
good at
like.
his job.
But he's average at his job. But I was
gonna say something so rude
during that play.
So is Vic Fangio.
He is during that play.
He's
Yeah, what am I disagree with you for? During that play,
at his job. Josh Boyer type vibes.
Christian Wilkins was the one that got pushed by two people, by Dalvin Cook's younger brother, who didn't score, by the way. That being called a touchdown is hilarious to me. And Dalvin Cook's little brother, and Josh Allen.
He wasn't great either. Like, he was pretty bad. Like
Christian Wilkins was the one trying to tackle him. That's the craziest shit to me. Like, he was sitting there, he had him, and Josh Allen pushed him forward. It was no one else but Josh Allen. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
That's what else was crazy, Kyle. Like, the best rusher for the Bills today was Latavius Murray. He only had 4 carries, bro.
Dude, I saw I was seeing Murray run, and I was like, is that Latavius Murray? I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? It's like Latavius fucking Murray, bro.
He's a fantasy god, but
Puka Nacua is a fantasy god.
Yeah, he is, but that's not gonna last. But I don't know. Just to kind of put a cherry on this conversation, bro. Like, I think Josh Allen was allowed to do whatever he wanted to. The defense was a big problem. I feel like it has been for the majority of the season, and I think against elite competition, it's going to get exposed. Kader Kohu cannot be on the field. He just not against not on the outside, not on the edges. You cannot have him out there. That was abuse.
No, he's a slot corner. I don't know why they put him on the boundary.
Because you got nobody else to put out there. You can't put.
I would have rather thrown Cam Smith to the Wolves and see what he was going to do. And I don't say that. I say that so seriously. He would have did the same thing. He would have did the same.
Nothing. Just drop your nuts.
I would have liked to know that, because if we're being for real,
yeah,
Cam Smith, especially coming out of college, supremely talented. Like, yeah, he's a second-round pick, but he was supremely talented. He has the intangibles that you could expect from him to have to play corner in the NFL. A lot of us were very excited because it was like, damn, this feels like a steal in the second round to get this guy. But if he can't get on the field, over the players that are fucking playing at corner, that's ridiculous. That's insane. Which brings me to a point. Listen, someone brought it up to me this week at work. I called them nut job, like a nut job. And it's dumb because you're paying another corner. But let's say next week, the Mile High motherfuckers lose again. PS2.
He's not going to get traded.
If they're desperate enough.
What would we trade them for him?
You'd have to trade a haul. But, you got to figure it out. I would rather try to figure that out, because there's nothing else on their defense that I like either.
You have to trade him A-Chain.
I wouldn't. You know me, bro. I'm a Devon A-Chan fan.
Whatever. When you rush, he did score 2 touchdowns and had 101 yards on 8 carries a day.
Yeah,
he was solid.
Exactly.
But,
on your dome.
Yeah. Overall, the defense was garbage.
The Bears have. They're not shit either, do they?
They got a running back at quarterback. But I told Justo in the spaces earlier today. I said y'all got an RB1 playing QB1. Shut up.
That's funny.
But yeah, like look, bro. Overall, I was not
Tremaine
impressed by the
Edmonds?
Dolphins. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people weren't, and you're disheartened by what you saw. But if you like conscientism, you look at it, it's just one loss. Like, and then you still have a chance. You're gonna go probably 2-0 in the next 2 weeks. Get yourself back on the train, like, oh, we only lost one game, whatever. And then you get yourself up for the next game, which is against Kansas City. The next game is against Kansas City, but the next game worth watching.
Yeah. Well, the Eagles, and then KC. I still think the Eagles, especially in Philly, I'm not gonna lie, and it's really me not trying to be a homer, but just like in terms of looking at schedule wise, like I still think that the Eagles are a very good litmus test. But if that game was in Miami, I wouldn't be as like, oh, this is a huge litmus test as I am with it being in Philly. There's some environments in the NFL, dude, that they could have a dog shit team, bro, but
that's how I felt about the Buffalo game, though, Kai. Like the Buffalo game, if this was happening in Miami, I wouldn't feel like it was as big a deal.
If this score happened today in Miami, I would be pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. If this game was at Hard Rock, I would have been even more.
Why would you? Probably because you would have been there. But I'm with you. Like I'm with your thinking when it comes to Philadelphia. Like I think it's a bigger test when you're on the road. Because I feel like this Miami Dolphins team, if they want to get to where they're inevitably going to go to, they're going to have to win on the road.
Bro, this dude, Dan.
Dan, the film check with the $5 donut. He said Bradley Chubb thought Greg Rousseau with the celebrity hands.
Yo, Greg Rousseau, bro. That man only turns up for one game a year, and it's when the Dolphins are in Buffalo, and that's it. It is ridiculous.
When he out there, he cannot be guarded. But yeah.
How do you feel about how do you feel about Frankie Louvu in Carolina?
No. I want
dude, is defense just dog shit around the league? Like, genuine question. This is crazy.
No, but yes. Like defenses, like giving up 200 yards passing is easy now. Like, and you should probably expect your defense to do that every week.
Yeah.
And before, when that was a standard where it was like, okay, your defense is dog shit if they give up 200 yards every week. But I think that's just the way that it's working now. That's just the way that the league is.
Dude, there's just not a single team where I'm like, oh, this team's bad, but they got that dog on defense. Like, shit, bro.
San Francisco's not bad, but like their defense is still like
they got some dogs on defense.
And they have them like everywhere, bro. Like that's
every fucking position.
They have them at like every position. So that is like that's tough. We want to thank the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the Basement sent you. Email our guy James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com. Or give them a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that is 321-345-7738. We want to thank James Pugh and everybody.
Your boy is hurt.
Who?
Devontae Adams.
I see him laying on the ground now. Who touched him? I will have your head. Oh, but he like, damn.
Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White also like had a leg injury in this game.
Tear.
Oh, that's done for the season.
Is the look. Yeah.
Prayers to him.
Yeah, dude, I don't like seeing injuries. There's some people that are really weird on Dolphins Twitter, but I want to go up against like the Bills' best. Like if let's say in week 18 we're fighting for like number one.
You went up against DeMar Hamlin today. And got
DeMar Hamlin was on special teams where he belongs. Okay, I'm repping for Juan Cardona this week. I'm not gonna say what Juan Cardona said last week, but I'm repping for Juan Cardona.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm only going with Juan Cardona from last week forward because Juan Cardona is a changed man, and we will respect him as such.
Dude, he's so funny tweeting that fucking obvious bait this week. Now that we're Tua stands, what college team do we look at? Fucking God, dude. Fucking God.
He's elite at his job. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this show up. Make sure y'all join us on Thursday when we get more of the team here, get more
Dude,
deep
what the fuck
dive.
do we go 45 minutes? What the fuck, dude?
Bro, we are elite, Kachin. That's why. me and you, 2-man game. We can do this shit for an hour and 30 minutes if we want to.
Hold up.
But okay. Well, yeah. But yeah, make sure you join us on Thursday when we will have our weekly show. We'll get more of the team in here so that we can discuss some of the things that we saw from this game, some of the implications of that and what it means for us moving forward. Make sure you join us on the Heat Spaces.
Ow.
If you enjoy the Heat.
Glasses don't work.
You can't do that with this. Yeah.
Ow, that hurt.
No, might not work with a new haircut either, bro. You just don't look the same with a new haircut, bro. Like the hair, the curly hair in front of your face, bro, you need that. I don't think you can hear me at all. You couldn't hear me at all while I was saying that shit.
I heard curly hair in front of your face.
Yeah, I was saying like you don't need the helmet without the curly hair in front. It looks a little bit off, bro. You like a new player. Okay.
This is a new me, Justin. This is a new me.
Okay. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with that. But yeah, we'll see you guys on Thursday. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guy Kachi and Chisholm for pulling up one time for the one time. Thank you to my boy Justin in the background producing. We will see y'all on Wednesday. Play the video, Justin.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game.
What is going on?
That is not the video, Justin. That is not the video. Why? That's not the video, Justin.